Why every time I start to record, people will message me like, guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Violet, and for today's review, I'm honestly really nervous. I just don't know what to expect from it, but I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? Today, I'm gonna be reviewing The Vault from Morphe and JACLYN Hill, and yeah, the internet has been getting pretty worked up over these palettes, and I'm just over here like, eh. So overall, I'm hoping it goes over well, only because I have been looking forward to this release for quite some time. I really do like all of the colors and all of the palettes that they have. That's why I got The Vault. However, there's just such big inconsistencies, and like it's just so different, I guess. Everyone has a different experience with these palettes. Some people really hate it, some people really love it, and I'm just gonna add my video into the mix and see what I think. So if you'd like to see this review, then keep on watching. So for this review, I'm gonna be swatching all of the eyeshadows on my eyes. Pray for me, please. So you're probably over here like,
well, that girl Shay did a video for eye swatching. Why are you doing a video?
And no, I'm not trying to be rude or shady. That is her username, that girl Shay XO. I'll be sure to link her video down below. Yes, I did get inspiration from her video. Honestly, I just thought it would be good to add my video into the mix, only because you get to see like the inconsistencies, you know, because like I said, people are saying they're doing really well and they really love this palette, or people are saying they're just bad and they hate it. So I just wanted to see for myself, and I thought the proper way to review The Vault would be swatching every eyeshadow on your eye, because this is a lot of eyeshadow. And I feel like it wouldn't be fair to have, like, let's say 2 of the mattes from Armen Gorgeous, my favorite, and that's the only thing I touch. And I only touch like a shimmer from Bling Boss. I don't feel like that would be fair if I said, oh, this is a great palette, without touching other shades of the collection. You get what I'm saying with this? I love how there's a picture of JACLYN laughing. It's like she's laughing at me. So before I begin the eye swatches, I just want to add this. I was looking over at my box, and I did notice that I do have a V2 on my box. Now, there's rumors and speculation saying that if you have the V2, you have the better palettes. Do I know this to be true? No, I really don't. However, that's not speculation, so in case anyone is wondering, I do have the V2. Okay, so I did bring you guys in just a little bit closer so you can see what's going on, how the shadows are behaving and such. So side note, in between, I am going to be reapplying my concealer. I am going to be setting it with a powder. This is how I normally do eyeshadows. This is what I use for primer, because I find concealer works better than eyeshadow primer for me personally. But yeah, so I'm just going to also be using this so it has like an even base to go on. Okay, so I did bring you guys closer. So in between the swatches, I am going to be reapplying concealer and wiping away with a makeup wipe as needed. And for the concealer, I do powder it down with powder. This is just what I do for any eyeshadow. Whenever I do looks, I do concealer and set it. I don't like using a wet concealer because I find it creases too much on me. So yeah. Okay, so for the brushes today, all of them are from Royal and Nickel. I feel like I butchered that. I'm so sorry. But for like the shimmer shades, I'm going to be using a flat synthetic brush. For the mattes, I will be using a large shader brush. And then to help blend out these shades, I will be using a fluffy blending brush. And then in between the swatches, I will also be using a color swapper. This is just a dry brush cleaner, so I'll just be running my brush through it until it's clean. Okay, so for my first palette, I'm going to be taking the Armen Gorgeous palette, which is probably like, this was the palette that everyone wanted. And I'm really excited because like overall, I just really like these colors and just the color story of it. I think it's really pretty. So the first shade of this palette is VIP, which is this icy white shimmer shade. So I'm taking that flat brush, picking up a generous amount of product, and just gonna put that on. That's one swipe, and I kind of am just finding that's like disappearing on me. Going in again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so looking at it, it's not a bad color. It's really not. It definitely takes some building up. In real life, it definitely looks a lot whiter. I feel like it's kind of flushed out under the lighting, so I'm sorry about that. I feel like it definitely builds up nicely though, and I do like it overall. Also, this is going in with a dry brush, so it's not going to be that intense, but also what we're doing, we're just trying to see how they go on without any help, you know? So the next shade in this palette is Access. It is a matte shade, so I am going to be taking this on my shader brush, and there is a bit of kickback from the pan, as you can see. I'm just gonna be patting this on first. for sure has a little bit of fallout going on. So just be mindful of that if you do your foundation first. So off the bat, for me, this color isn't as vibrant as it is in the pan, so it does have to be built up. I feel like it looks better on camera, which is kind of funny because the other shade I didn't think it looked that good on camera. But I definitely have to build this shade up. I don't think it's patchy at all. I'm going to take my blending brush now and give it a little swirl in there and just see how well this can blend out. So there's Access. Honestly, I do like how it looks. It definitely has to be built up. I just wish it was just a little bit more deeper how it is in the pan. I feel like it's just a little lighter, almost, I don't want to say lackluster because it's a little lackluster, just a little bit. My eye is so stained yellow. That's so cute. So for my next shade, I'm going to be taking Guilt Trip. It's supposed to be Guilt Trip, but it's like Guilt Trip, if that makes sense. So this is just a really pretty like yellow golden shade. Just applying it on the lid. I most definitely feel like this would probably perform better wet, but like this one looks a little chunky to me with the glitter. It's definitely buildable because like you can definitely see like that little improvement. So it just takes a little product to build. Yeah, so for Guilt Trip, I'm finding that this is just going on a little bit more patchy than VIP did. Okay, so the next shade is a shimmer as well, and it's going to be called Coin, and this is just such a pretty, vibrant gold. I definitely see the promise there. I love this color. Do I love how it's applying? Not so much, but I really like how this color looks. So that's Coin. I think it looks really pretty. Definitely to take some building up. Slightly patchy in the least. However, I feel like if you use it wet, that would take care of it. The next shade in the palette is going to be Agent, which is kind of like this orangish brown, and don't really want to talk about it that much, but like it is a little orangey, and the only thing I'm going to say about this is, how did no one in the marketing team say, hey, maybe we shouldn't call the orangey brown shade Agent, because it's kind of like Agent Orange. Like, why couldn't they call this one Top Secret and then call the green one Agent, you know? Like, I don't know. I just kind of think it was like a dumb move on the marketing scheme. I'm getting a little bit of kickback on the palette from this. I'm going to go with the fluffy brush just so I can blend this out. Oh, I made a mistake. I feel like with this, you definitely have to be careful what you apply because it's definitely darker where I hit it by mistake with the first pack of pigment, and then it's lighter in the other areas. And then on the lid with the shader brush, it's definitely darker where I first put down the product at. It's just a little weird, I guess. Okay, so for the next color, it is going to be Top Secret, which is this nice military green color. I just scratched one of the shades with my brush. I'm so sorry. Okay, this one is definitely a bit on the patchy side. I really like the color. However, I'm noticing it's darker here and getting lighter here. I don't know what that's about. It's a little hard to work with, if that makes sense. You definitely would have to take time blending the shade out to make it look desirable or good. Next on the list is going to be Smooth Criminal, which is like this nice warm brown. Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit of a repeat offender, I guess. I feel like with the mattes now, it's easier to see if they are patchy or not because it is a darker color. But as you can see, darker here, lighter here. Wow. Like, I know how to blend eyeshadow, and wow. Other than that, it's like a really pretty color. I do like this color. I just don't like how it's performing. It's not going on all that smooth, if that makes sense. You know, I don't want to say I'm getting annoyed, but I'm getting a little bit annoyed only because my first purchase from Morphe was the 350, and I hated that thing. I thought that was garbage. So I was just like, no. And I saw the 352 and I was like, ooh, that's really pretty. And that's when Morphe did their whole rebrand and reformulation, and people were saying that this one was a lot better. So I was like, I'm gonna get that. That formula, way better, way better. So I was really expecting this formula to kind of be similar to Morphe's new formula, if that makes sense. But right now I'm finding that's performing just like the old formula, and I'm just like, why? I'm not on here trying to be like a hater or anything, but like, I'm annoyed. In real life, the shade looks very similar to Agent, but this one's going on way lighter. Now for Secure, I don't hate it. I don't find it's going on patchy. I feel like it's blending out pretty easy, but I don't know if it's because like it's a lighter shade, like I said, and it's not that dark. The next shade I'm going in with is Prowl, and it's like this deep cool tone brown. Oh. I kind of look like I got punched in the face, but it's a look. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I do not like this. Can a blending brush help me? Oh god, I hope it can. It definitely looks better after I blended out the top. I mean, it's not perfect, to say the least. But definitely went on patchy, but I was able to kind of sort of work it out. Kind of, sort of. 1 like equals 1 prayer for my eyelids. 1 sub equals 10 prayers for my eyelids. So you can do the math to figure out which is better for my eyelids. The final shade to swatch, I'm going to be taking Classified. You're kidding me, right? Where's the pigment? Oh no. I don't even think this will perform good wet. Do you... So overall for the Armen Gorgeous palette, it is currently not my favorite, especially with that last shade. That's like an insult to my face. So for the Armen Gorgeous palette overall, I would probably give it like a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I really did love, I don't want to say love, I did really enjoy the top row of shades. I found more in the bottom row I had the most issues, especially with Classified. That should stay Classified. Classified's just garbage. Get that out of here. Prowl and Smooth Criminal and I think Top Secret, they're workable, but you really have to put work in to make them work. So for the next palette of the vault, I'm going to be swatching Ring the Alarm, and I really hope this goes well because this is probably one of my favorite palettes of the group. Like, that's just like a warm tone lover's dream right here. So like, I'm praying to like the makeup gods, if you're listening, makeup gods. Don't mess it up. First we have Lolly, which I believe is named after one of her dogs, so I hope this goes on quite nicely. Just watching it in the pan. Okay. I feel like this shade would definitely perform better wet and probably show more true to color in the pan if wet. However, we're doing dry swatches now, but I do like this. It's like a little pink shade with like a little gold reflect type of moment we have going on. I like it. Not angry at this one. Not angry at all. Yeah, this one, I'm not mad at. It's cute. One of those shades that you definitely have to build up though, but it's cute. I like it. Not mad. So for the next shade of the palette, I'm going to be going in with Rush, which is this matte shade. So for Rush, I feel like it's showing up a bit more orange than it does look in the pan. However, I kind of feel like it's really similar to Agent. Like, it's almost the same shade. Do you see that? Agent is the shade right here. Rush is the middle shade. I kind of feel like these look so similar. There's different undertones for sure, but I'm just like, did you really need both the shades, you know? Rush, I'm not mad at. It's doing its job. It's a decent looking eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to be going in with On Camera, which is a muted gold shimmer. A little chunky looking. If you like the look, then it's not going to be an issue. I don't mind it. Just gotta smooth it over a little bit, but overall I do like how it looks when it's not wet. Next, I'll be taking the shade Boom, which looks like a lighter shade of Lolly. A little bit more orangey coppery though. Yeah, definitely more orangey coppery. Whoa, I'm really not mad at this one. I really do like Boom. I feel like this one is probably one of the better performing shimmers of palettes so far that I've swatched. It goes on even, and even not wet, it looks already pretty pigmented. Next, I'm taking Alert, which is kind of like a warm dark peach, I think. I don't know. I suck at describing colors. If this video has taught you anything, it's not let me describe colors. Okay, burnt orange would probably be the right description. So Alert is a really pretty color. It did go patchy in some places though. So for the next color that I'm going to be putting on my eyelid, that is just over here like, help me. I'm going to be going in with Bomb Ass, which is this really, really pretty cherry color. Bomb Ass is bomb. Right away. Woo! Okay, it's harsh blending. I'm over it. This color, it's not even wet, but do you see how pigmented that is? Bomb Ass is everything. I love that. My eyes look so angry. I look so angry. For the next shade, it's Siren. I am a little confused with Siren because it doesn't look like the other shimmers in the palette, but to me, I do see a bit of shimmer in there, so I'm going to be taking it on the flat synthetic brush. Maybe it's like a satin? Yeah, I think she's like a satin matte type of girl, you know? But overall, she's pretty patchy. The next one I'm going in with is Mugshot. It's kind of like a pukey brown color, for better words. I know JACLYN really likes her pukey shades, so I don't feel bad saying it's a pukey brown. Definitely a bit patchy, blendable, but gets a little patchy, so it's a bit hard to work with. I do like the color, however, I feel like this would look really nice to like deepen out the eyes and stuff, which honestly, if you're just using for that, I don't really feel like you're going to see it being patchy, but since it's going all over the lid, you can see that it's getting patchy. Next up is Frank, which is like this beautiful eggplant type of purple, which is right here. I really like how this color looks in the plant. I hope it transitions well into the eyeball. Eyelid. I'm delirious. Ooh, she packs a punch. She's ready to fight. She also needs to be built up. Bit of fallout. We're looking patchy. I had high hopes for this color because it's just so pretty. Y'all, I can't. She's just patchy, and she had really good promise before I blended her out. I look like I like lost at a fight. I look so bad right now. What else is new? Next on the list is Secret, which is this deep chocolate brown. I'm really nervous to see what the black looks like in Dark Magic after all these swatches, but like, I'm gonna let this one speak for itself. JACLYN, sis. You should keep Secret a secret. Yeah. So overall, while I'm looking like a very hot mess for the Ring the Alarm palette, honestly, overall, I really do like it. Some of the shades, however, no. Now for Ring the Alarm, I really did like it. The color story is probably like one of my favorites. I would have to rate this like a 3.5 or 4 out of 5 stars, only because some of the shades were a bit patchy. Okay, so next we have Bling Boss, and honestly, just looking at it, I'm I'm in love. If you can't tell, I am quite the purple lover. If you can't tell by my username, hi, Violet Bunny here. But ooh, Gem just looks so sickening where I'm just like, oh, ready for it. But I have to go through these 2 shades first before I can play with Gem, and I'm ready, okay? Ready. Okay, so for the first shade, I'm gonna be going in with Bling Bling, which is kind of like this light little pinky champagne shimmer we got going on. Okay, I think I'm too pale for this shade. Let me just give it a little extra swirl. Bling Bling does not really show up on me, so it's not very bling blingy. It's more like dim dim. I mean, she's there. You can see that there's some shimmer, but like pretty light. It's there. It's just like a nice little pinky shimmer, but I was expecting more from the pan. Next, we have Hush Hush, which is like this really muted purple shade, like a light little lilac almost. I'm not looking for, it's like a little light grayish purple, I guess. I'm really not looking forward to this, only because I don't think it's going to look nice on me. It's really muted. It's like a little dusty color. Not saying it's dusty, like the formula is dusty. I'm just like kind of just trying to describe stuff. I mean, it's there. It's a nice pigmentation of color. It's just really light, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just not my favorite. Next is Gem, and I've been waiting for this moment. It's a beautiful royal purple shimmer, and like, please be everything I want and more in life. A bit of fallout from her. I really like this color. Really like this color. Not applying the best, I guess. I mean, hold on. Okay. So this color definitely does take some building up for it. Bit of fallout on my face. You can't really see it on the camera, I don't think. I really do like this color. It just doesn't look that shimmery on the lid as it does in the pan though. Next up, we got Mystic, which is this deep dark plum. And honestly, I don't think anything's gonna be mystic about this. I think it's gonna behave as all the other dark mattes have been. I'm hoping not though. I'm hoping not. Okay. Okay. Oh, she is Mystic. Okay. Mystic kind of proved me wrong. A little patchy in some places, but honestly, one of the better, deeper shades. I'm impressed. Next, we got Sparks, which is this deep mauve color. I don't understand why it's called Sparks, but okay. I'm not going to question it. Which eye did I just clean up? Oh, that eye. Okay. One second. Okay, so Sparks is a little patchy in some places. So don't ask me how I did it, but I did skip a color. I skipped out on Pizzazz, which is this nice, I don't know how to describe it. It's a nice little purple shimmer, but it has like a little purple pink tone to it. I take it back. More mauve shimmer. Okay. I don't hate her. Ignore my terrible little blend right there. I'm just trying to get the pigment on. I don't hate her. It looks pretty even and I do like it. It's a nice little color. Next on our list, we have Glitz and Glam. Honestly, I think it's going to be a repeat of Bling Bling just because it's one of those lighter colors. Relatively speaking, Bling Bling and Glitz and Glam honestly look like a similar shade, but there's just like a few shade differences, if that makes sense. Yeah, Glitz and Glam is just like a nice little champagne color. It doesn't really show up on me because it's so light. But yeah, it's a nice little champagne shimmery color. Next we got the shade Rockstar, which is this medium tone purple. Honestly, I'm really surprised with how well this shade performed. I think it looks really nice. I like how it blended out, like how it applied. It looks really smooth in real life. Next up, we got Ballsy, which is kind of like a purple version of Glitz and Glam. Yeah, just a, like I said, purple version of Glitz and Glam. I'm sure with these shimmery shades that I'm trying on, like, it's nothing bad. It's just so light that you can't really tell it's on me, if that makes sense. But like, I'm sure with like these shimmery shades, they would look really good like in like the inner corner or like on the lid if you're doing like a cut crease. Just like this though, not so good. For the final shade of this palette, it's going to be Berry Treasure, which is like this black purple metallic color. Definitely pops up more black than anything. So in the pan, I'm noticing quite a bit of fallout, and I almost feel like that purple is kind of like a top layer, if that makes sense. Because like I have none of that purple. It just looks like I put black eyeshadow on. Pigmentation wise, not that bad. I personally could have blended better right here, but it went on pretty smooth overall. I just kind of wish it looked more like it did in the color. So maybe for this one, you would have to use like a glitter glue. So overall for the Bling Gloss palette, so far, I think this is my favorite palette, which to me is crazy because I know this palette has been getting the most complaints. Like I said, with Bling Bling, Glitz and Glam, and Ballsy, I think those shades would look really nice as like an inner corner highlight or just on the lid for a cut crease. But overall, this one performed really well, so I would have to rate this a 4 out of 5 only because Berry Treasure was just kind of like a weird situation going on that I didn't really like. We're on our last palette. Finally, my eyes are just like, oh yes. And for our last and final palette, we got the Dark Magic palette. And honestly, Cool Tone Lover's Dream right here. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Trickery performs, Potion, Busted, and Inside Job, and as well as Power Cut. For our first shade, we have Poof, what looks like it would be like a little nice setting shade. Yep, that's exactly what this is. At least for my skin tone. Yeah, just disappears right on there. Kind of goes poof, but in a good way. Yeah, there's Poof, probably the least problematic shade of the bunch. Next we got Power Cut, which is a beautiful silver metallic. Okay. Power Cut was just like bam. Not mad with the pigmentation at all. I think if this was applied wet, it would look like a liquid silver, which honestly, that would look sick. Next we have Shh. I can't say without being like shh, you know? You have to kind of whisper it. We have this one, which looks like a little taupey type of transitional shade. Not mad, just a little taupey shade. I feel like that would be a good transition shade. And yeah, I'm not mad at it. Did its job. I'm really happy that this palette so far is going better than I expected. I find people were having really bad issues with this one, so far so good. Hopefully I just didn't jinx myself. I definitely feel like I'm abusing my eyelids. I'm so happy it's almost done. Like, next I have Trickery, which is this dark deep green, and it just looks so pretty. I just want this on my eyelid. I'm just gonna shut up and do that. Honestly, Trickery, I love it, and I think it will look even better when you use a wet brush. Like, that's a good pigment right there. I like that a lot. It's like a nice deep emerald. Next up we got Diversion, which is kind of like this gold, black, silver type of shade. Also, I believe this is our last shimmer. So far I'm feeling like I have to work a bit more with it. Getting kind of like classified vibes from it, but is performing a bit better pigmentation wise. But you definitely have to do some pressure and work up with Diversion. Other than that, it's a nice color. Next up we have Potion, which is like this pukey green color. I love this color. However, other people, it hasn't been performing that well for them. So I'm just like, oh, I hope it does better. I mean, it's not looking bad. So I feel like with this color, when I go over to like blend it, it kind of disappears on itself, which like I don't like. I really think it's a nice color. I love this shade. But I feel like trying to blend it, it kind of just disappears. So you really have to like pat it first and then try to blend so you get that pigment down first. Next we got Busted, which is this blue shade, a little deep blue. And honestly, that's how I'm feeling right now, a little busted. Slightly patchy, not really patchy. You have to be careful how you layer this. Start with a lighter hand. I kind of went a little heavy-handed with this, so my bad. But yeah, very easy to layer, but you can get a little carried away with this shade if you're not careful. You know, I'm feeling a little confused because I felt like, honestly, Dark Magic was going to be the worst palette of the bunch, but I'm not having that many issues with it. But like, I'm really happy because I was looking forward to this because I don't have a lot of cool tone palettes. So next I'm going in with Inside Job, which is kind of like this dark bluish green. This one definitely does apply a bit patchy. Yeah, probably the most patchiest in the group in my opinion. However, I still have 2 more shades, so that could change very easily. Kind of blends out nicely. Not really. It's still a little patchy. Like I said, I think this one's the more patchier shade in this palette so far. Next is Emoji, which is kind of like this deep taupey gray color. A little patchy on applying. Building it up help. Building it up I don't think helps. How well do you blend though? Not that well. The last shade of this palette and the last shade of this collection, I'm going to be going with Temperatures, which is a black. Upon the first swipe, not impressed. I also kind of realized my blending has gone to trash during this video. Blends out pretty nicely. Just not the best shade because I don't know how well you can see that. It is darker on this part. Here it is going lighter towards the outer corner, which is just a little weird. Blending out pretty decently. First pigmentation, didn't like it. Looked a little patchy. It layers nicely. Overall, it does look kind of messy though. I think with this one, and for most blacks in general, I think if you use like a black cream base and then apply it, I feel like this would look a lot better. With that, I can say that I have swatched all 40 shades of the Vault on my eyelids, and my eyelids are not having it at all. So overall for the Dark Magic, I keep wanting to say stack, I don't know why. So overall for the Dark Magic palette, I have to say I enjoyed most of the shades. There's a few of them that were a touch patchy, however they're easy to build up just to fix that. So I have to say 4 out of 5. Like, this one did pretty good. So overall for the Vault, I liked it. It's not the best thing on the market. I did enjoy it though. There are some winning aspects of it. Some of the things though, not that great, as you did see with the swatches. But basing off of swatches, it would be like a 3.5 out of 5. So like, it's not that bad. It's there. It's decent. I'm really interested to see how I do looks with it and how it's going to perform then. However, with that being said, I don't know if I could recommend someone buying it with just the swatches alone. So I'm kind of like, it's up to you. Do your homework on it. If you want to spend the money on it, go right ahead. If you don't, if you're just like, oh, it's too inconsistent, I don't know if I'm going to get a good group, don't do it. However, I just don't think it's very beginner friendly. Like, if I was new at this, I feel like I would not be able to make some of the shadows look the way I did. I definitely had to work to blend some of the shadows because some of them were pretty patchy. However, I was able to fix it by blending, if that makes sense. So I don't know, I feel like it's up to your own discretion. For me, I feel like I had a better group than other people have had with, so I'm happy about that. So far with just the swatches, I'm just like, it's up in the air. It's up in the air currently. So I can't say yes, you should get this product or no, you shouldn't get this product. In reality, it's going to be up to you guys for this because I just don't feel comfortable because I've seen bad swatches and I'm just over here like, that's bad. But with that being said, I do want to see how these shadows perform doing looks. So keep your eyes peeled. I am going to be posting a look for every single one of these palettes. If you'd like to see that, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it out, and also hit that bell so you'll be notified when I do upload. Also, let me know which one you want to see first down in the comments below. And I can't think of anything else to say because I'm super tired. I've been here for like 3 hours. My brain's fried. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.